Welcome back to this special edition of Inside Indiana Business featuring influential Indiana women. I'm Mary-Rachel Redman. Well, from the world of politics to president of Pacers Sports and Entertainment, hard work has taken this born and bred Hoosier to places she never thought possible. And it all started with an internship. I pulled up a chair on the court at Gainbridge Fieldhouse this week with Mel Raines to get the skinny on her unbelievable career. Well, born and raised in South Bend, a Notre Dame fan.
Notre Dame leading the Irish.
Absolutely. You know, growing up, was there something that inspired you to want to go into politics and then later sports?
You know, I absolutely mistakenly fell into politics. Got back for my senior year in Bloomington and saw an internship opportunity in Washington, D.C., where I could not have picked that out on a map.
That internship in the office of the United States Senator from Indiana, Dan Coates.
Applied for an internship with Senator Coates, never having taken a poli-sci class, and got the job. So got the internship and then ended up getting hired a few months later.
So what was it like on Capitol Hill? You watch it on TV and you're kind of like, wow.
Well, it was really different in the early 90s, and we didn't have email when I started, so I used to sort the mail, and I was answering the phones during the Clarence Thomas Supreme Court confirmation, and the phone lines kept going down because you couldn't send an email to your senator, you had to call. Those hearings go pretty quickly. How you worked in the early 90s were just incredibly different than you do today, but it was a great place. It was certainly more bipartisan.
After 5 years of public service, Raines departed D.C. for a private sector job in the Big Apple.
I had a great job with a corporation doing something I really enjoyed. I worked for Altria Corporate Affairs in New York, across the street from Grand Central Station.
September 11th, 2001 would forever change America, and it would have a profound effect on Mel.
A big part of the reason why I felt the call to go back to public service was having lived through September 11th in New York. I mean, it was, you know, it was an awful, awful day. It was an awful time for our country, and I felt that I should make that personal sacrifice in some ways to go back into public service after having lived through that.
So when she got the call from Vice President Dick Cheney's office, she answered.
I was assistant to Vice President Cheney for political affairs. So in essence, I was his political director. I worked in the White House and in the 2006 election cycle.
I've got to imagine that first briefing. Were you a little nervous?
Oh my gosh, yes. I was terrified. When I went to interview, I was terrified. You know, you walk in where the Marine Guard is standing and there's a receptionist there, and you sit down and you're thinking to yourself, like, how did this girl from South Bend wind up in the West Wing about to interview for a job reporting to the vice president? Like, how did that happen?
You think about, you know, the egos kind of politicians and perhaps maybe in sports, particularly professional sports. So, you know, what was the transition like from politics to professional sports coming back to Indiana?
Yeah, it was not as difficult as you might think. I mean, you've got to be nimble. You've got to adjust to change really quickly. You've got to be able to work long hours. You're never really off. It's a 24/7, both are 24/7 jobs, really.
It seems like sacrifice is a common theme with your success. For young women, you know, that are starting out in perhaps politics or sports, you're right, the compensation, it's not there. What is your advice to them to keep going? When does it pay off?
I think, well, for me, you know, a couple of months ago, I was named president and COO of the Pacers. So, but it took a ways to get there. I would say a couple things. You never know who's watching you when you're in a job, and many of my jobs have come from someone who noticed what I was doing when I didn't know they were looking. There's that, and then don't turn down opportunities. Whenever there was a chance to, I always tell the young people here, we do gold outs on the seats, and we put T-shirts on every seat. I notice who volunteers for those things. It's not something you have to do, and it's not always fun to do that in the balcony, but it's important. It's the kind of thing that shows that you're in it. You want to learn the whole business. You want to help however you can, and so when those opportunities are presented, take them. You know, and don't look for a new title or compensation. Just do it for the opportunity to learn and the access to other people.
You talk about opportunity. You know, this is the 50-year anniversary of Title IX, and I don't think in 1972, perhaps they would have thought someone like a Mel Raines would be, you know, president, you know, chief operating officer of, you know, Pacer Sports Entertainment.
I will say with Title IX, I mean, I was a young girl in the 70s who played sports, and that teamwork is definitely something I've always worked on teams, and I've always enjoyed working on teams, and I think that how important that is to women. I know there's a lot of studies about successful females and having participated in sports. The numbers are off the charts, and so
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, that's just a really important moment in history that shouldn't be overlooked, for sure.
In the coming weeks, we'll show you the $360 million renovation at Gainbridge Fieldhouse that Mel is heading up. Basketball and concert fans alike should get excited. It's pretty awesome.